My name is Randall Findlay. The reason I decided to become involved with UBC is an interesting story, at least from my point of view, because it goes back for 40 years or four decades. I wasn't involved with the university, mainly because I was tied up doing the things that people do after they graduate, which is get a job, work hard at your job, buy a house, have kids, go on and do all of those things. And then at some point in your career and in your life, time starts to open up. You look around for things that you can do, things in the community. So I have been involved in my local community in Calgary for some time, but then it started to switch to thinking about how did I get to where I am? And a lot of that went back to my education that I had at UBC. Just really by coincidence, I ran into an individual who was involved and suggested, we could use some help on this big campaign that's coming along. And I was kind of at the right time, at the right place to become involved.
The Findlays have donated $225,000, and we also have an anonymous donor who added about $30,000, and half of this money will go for student bursaries, and the other half will be leveraged by a group of professors who work in environmental sciences to apply for larger amounts of funding.
Having a lab named after you, especially one that has to do with chemical and environmental, very special for me. UBC Okanagan, it's a special place. I don't think there's any educational institution like it in Canada. And when I was introduced to Okanagan and realizing the opportunities that are here, the different methods of teaching and education, and above all, when I got a chance to visit the campus a couple times, there's a real vibrancy and liveliness here that you don't usually associate with universities.
Most donors look to support a unit or a group of professors who are successful. So the more success our professors have and our students, the more we become attractive to donors.
In going and talking to donors and potential donors and alum and corporate sponsors, I think that explaining and having the understanding of what's happening at UBC, which is, from my point of view, is different than what I see at other universities. The tie to the Pacific Rim is extremely important. UBC ideally focused to work on that, and then particular for UBC Okanagan, offering students a more interactive way of learning. Interesting enough, when you talk to a lot of prospective donors, they remember 300-seat lecture halls that they were asked to learn in, and when you tell them that there is a different way, it's a pretty easy sell. That folks are very supportive of that type of opportunity that you see here at Okanagan.